In the dead of night, under a sky fractured by jagged lightning, the guttural roar of a diesel engine pierces the silence as Sarah Kane, a weathered yet fiercely determined female trucker, grips the steering wheel of her 18-wheeler, her knuckles white against the worn leather. Her voice trembles with a raw edge as she whispers into the void. I've conquered highways that would break lesser souls, hauled freight through blizzards that swallowed men whole, but nothing could have prepared me for the betrayal that unfolded at dawn's cruel light. A foreman's venomous tirade stripped me bare before my peers, but a single call to my union unleashed a storm of retribution you cannot fathom. Stay with me, for the truth will unravel in ways that will haunt your every thought until the final, shattering revelation. The screen erupts with fleeting images, a hulking figure shouting, Sarah's tear-streaked face illuminated by her phone's glow, a union official's silhouette cutting through the mist, and a cryptic overlay of crimson text that reads, "A secret too dark to ignore." As the truck rumbles to a halt at a desolate loading dock, rain lashes against the windshield, mirroring the turmoil brewing within her, setting the stage for a confrontation that will redefine her destiny. The air grows thick with tension as Sarah steps onto the rain-slicked concrete, her boots echoing with each deliberate stride, her reflective vest catching the dim glow of sodium lamps. She's a solitary figure amidst the towering stacks of crates, her breath visible in the frigid dawn, a single mother who sacrificed sleep and sanity to provide for her 8-year-old daughter, Emily, waiting miles away with hope in her eyes. A grizzled trucker, Joe, nods solemnly from his rig, murmuring, "Keep your head up, Sarah, she's a fighter." But his words are drowned by the sudden bellow of Foreman Mike Harrow, a burly man with a scar slicing his left cheek, his voice a venomous whip. "Kane, you're late again, dragging your sorry hide like some weakling. Women don't belong on these docks. Get back to your kitchen where you belong." Sarah clenches her fists, her jaw tightening as she retorts, "My tire blew out 50 miles back, I've got the repair receipt." But Mike sneers, stepping closer, his breath reeking of stale coffee. "Excuses won't cut it. You're holding up my schedule, and I'll see you fired for this." The other truckers freeze, their eyes darting between the two, a silent chorus of unease, as Sarah's mind races, her job, her daughter's future, all teetering on the edge of this man's cruel whim, igniting a fire of resolve deep within her soul. As the confrontation escalates, the rain intensifies, drumming a relentless beat against the dock, and Mike's tirade takes a darker turn, his voice lowering to a sinister growl. "You think you're tough, Kane? I've got connections, one word, and you're done in this industry. Maybe I'll make sure your little girl loses that scholarship too, teach you a lesson." Sarah's blood runs cold, her eyes narrowing as she realizes this isn't just about work, it's personal, a vendetta born from a past she can't yet recall. She fumbles for her phone, her fingers trembling as she hits record, capturing Mike's threat, his smug grin twisting in the frame. "You'll regret this," she hisses, retreating to her truck, the weight of his words sinking like anchors into her chest. Inside, she dials a number etched into her memory, her union rep, Linda Carter, a steely woman with a reputation for dismantling tyrants. "Linda, it's Sarah, he's threatening my daughter now. I need you here," she pleads, her voice cracking with desperation, unaware that this call will unleash a chain of events far more complex than she could imagine, hinting at a shadowy secret linking Mike to a scandal that could topple the company itself. The scene shifts as Linda arrives, her boots splashing through puddles, her presence commanding silence among the stunned truckers, her trench coat billowing like a cape of justice. Mike laughs derisively. "A union rep? You think she can save you?" But Linda's gaze is ice, her voice cutting through the storm. "Michael Harrow, your threats against Sarah's child violate every labor law on the books. I've got her recording, and evidence you've been skimming dock profits for months." The air thickens with shock as Mike stumbles, his bravado crumbling, but before he can respond, a black SUV screeches into the lot, disgorging two suits who whisper urgently to Linda. She turns to Sarah, her expression grave. "There's more, Mike's tied to a bribery ring. The company's investigating, but we need your testimony." Sarah's heart pounds, a mix of triumph and terror, as a twist emerges. Mike's scar isn't from a bar fight, it's from a botched deal gone wrong, and he knows Sarah witnessed it years ago, a memory buried until now, setting the stage for a revelation that will shake her to her core. The tension mounts as the rain ceases, replaced by an eerie calm, and Sarah stands flanked by Linda and the suits, her mind reeling with fragmented memories of a night 5 years ago when she saw Mike accept a briefcase in a dark alley, a moment she'd suppressed until his threat jolted it loose. Mike, cornered, snarls, "You think you've won? I'll bury you both." But Linda counters, "Not this time, your demotion's just the start. The union's filing charges, and the feds are on their way." As they lead him away, his eyes lock with Sarah's, a promise of vengeance flickering within, but a sudden scream pierces the air. Joe collapses, clutching his chest, a heart attack triggered by the chaos. Sarah rushes to him, performing CPR with desperate precision, her tears mingling with the damp ground, revealing a depth of compassion that binds her to this rugged community. The suits radio for help, and as sirens wail in the distance, Linda whispers, "You saved him, but Mike's not done. He's got allies." The first twist unfurls. Joe's attack wasn't random, it was a distraction, and a shadowy figure slips from the SUV, hinting at a conspiracy that will test Sarah's resolve in ways she never anticipated. The narrative surges forward as paramedics whisk Joe away, his faint pulse a fragile thread, and Sarah, adrenaline surging, turns to Linda, her voice hoarse. "What allies? What's happening?" Linda's eyes darken. "Mike's part of a syndicate. Doc thefts, blackmail, maybe worse. Your call exposed it, but now you're a target." The suits reveal a file. Mike's scar ties him to a murdered Union official, and Sarah's old alley memory makes her a witness. As they strategize, a truck explodes in the distance, a deafening blast that sends shards flying, narrowly missing Sarah, a clear warning. Her phone buzzes with a distorted voice, "Back off, or Emily's next," and her world collapses, the threat against her daughter reigniting her fury. She clutches the phone, vowing, "I'll end this," unaware that the explosion was staged by an insider, a twist that deepens the mystery. Linda's own assistant, Tom, smirks from the shadows, his loyalty questionable, setting a trap that will force Sarah into a perilous gambit. The stakes escalate as Sarah, fueled by maternal instinct, demands action, her voice a thunderclap. "We hit them first, tonight." Linda agrees, but her plan is audacious: infiltrate the doc's night shift, where Mike's allies meet, using Sarah's truck as a decoy. Under cover of darkness, Sarah drives, her heart pounding as Tom joins them, his nervous glances fueling her suspicion. They park near a warehouse, and through a cracked window, she sees Mike with 3 men, one handing him a gun, a chilling escalation. Suddenly, Tom bolts, whispering into a hidden earpiece, and the warehouse lights flare, trapping them. Linda tackles Sarah behind crates as bullets whiz overhead, revealing Tom as the insider, his betrayal a gut punch. "He's been feeding them info." Linda gasps, but a twist emerges. Sarah's truck horn blares. Joe, miraculously revived, has driven it to block the exit, giving them a slim chance to escape, his sacrifice a testament to their bond, though the danger looms larger than ever. The climax unfolds with Sarah and Linda pinned, the air thick with gunpowder and desperation, as Joe's truck smokes in the distance, his fate uncertain. Sarah grabs a wrench, her eyes blazing with resolve. "I'm not losing my daughter to these monsters." She hurls it through a window, shattering a light, plunging the scene into chaos. Linda calls the Union's emergency line, her voice steady. "We've got a syndicate hit, send backup." As footsteps close in, a figure emerges from the shadows. Not an enemy, but a Fed, revealing the suits were undercover, tracking Mike's ring for months. The twist deepens. Sarah's alley memory wasn't random. She'd unknowingly photographed the murder, the photo still on an old phone in her glove box. The Fed sees it, and Mike, cornered, drops the gun, his empire crumbling. But as sirens approach, a final shock. Tom's earpiece crackles with a woman's voice, Emily's teacher, demanding Mike's release, hinting at a personal vendetta tying her to his past, leaving Sarah to wonder who she can truly trust as the screen fades to black.